Beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays. And Tuesdays, kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina. Now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
Survive the workday. Now survive the truth.
Don't you want to have the best 12 teams in college football playing each other?
It's time for the hardest hitting 2 hours on the Panhandle.
I love it. You're coming through. You got it, baby.
Now into the huddle with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz.
It is a joyous day. I love your show.
From the Emerald Coast to the edge of the atmosphere.
You gentlemen lift us up every day.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. It's Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the tiger. The show hottest was signed. Better tune in and go watch it. Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even try, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share. Right now.
We are live and local right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for all things college basketball right now. Don't forget tomorrow, Auburn at 1:30. Tip-offs at 2 o'clock versus Mississippi State. Those Bulldogs going to try to ruin Auburn's opportunity to make it into the tournament. And then don't forget tomorrow night, 5:30, and as well with Florida State and Cal. Big game for Florida State. If they don't win, they're done. They might go to the lowly NIT or the I don't know what else they could play, maybe a little church league or something. But either way, you want to be a part of the show, you can be. 850-215-6290. Jeffrey's in the house. How you doing today, Jeffrey?
Why are you making fun of the church league, man?
I'm just saying Florida State's playing like they're in the church league. It's been horrendous this year. The only possible way they can make it to the tournament is if they win the ACC tournament, and that would mean they'd have to go through Duke, and that's not going to happen. I don't care if they play the subs, that's not going to happen.
They could play the subs, yeah, and probably still win.
That's what I'm saying. You know how they say there's always a chance. No, there's not.
Who else do we have? North Carolina and Virginia are big ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else.
Miami might make it, but I doubt it.
Louisville's not great.
No.
Yeah.
They're okay, but they'll probably make it. But I'm just saying Florida State is a 8 seed, Cal's a 9 seed, so probably not going to be a very it might be interesting. Maybe Florida State can pull off the upset.
I believe Georgia Tech is at the bottom of the ACC.
Wow.
That's not normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think their coach is getting fired.
Yep.
Speaking of getting fired, Bone Crusher's in the building. How you doing today?
Oh, I was doing good until I just got canned.
You just found out. You found out it's going to happen.
He just walks out.
We appreciate your services, but this will be your last show.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Make it count.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens after it's over. But either way,
the opportunity. I appreciate it.
It was good to have you today. We got to talk about it. Yesterday being the huge day for the NFL free agency period starting. Obviously, today there's more, and then tomorrow there's more. So we got a little bit more. So as far as for you, for yesterday, I know we talked about it a little bit, but yesterday, what was the biggest surprise for the free agent market that you saw that you were like, wow, I didn't really think that was going to happen, maybe so fast or maybe whatever?
Well, obviously there's two moves. Kenneth Walker, the third, right?
Yeah.
He left Seahawks and went to the Chiefs. That was surprising.
Which we knew he was leaving.
Well, we had a good idea.
Yeah, because if you remember their championship parade at the end of it when they all were talking, him and the general manager was having like a little bit of a conversation on the microphone, and he was just kind of shaking his head.
Well, he made a joke. He's like, 5 minutes ago, he's trying to negotiate a new contract.
Yeah, and he's like, no, I wasn't. I wasn't.
It's like, how many beers do you have, dude?
Yeah, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a mistake?
For For which party, the Seahawks or Kenneth Walker?
Either one, take your pick.
Well, I don't want to say it's all left in the air because the Chiefs missed the playoffs, and it's definitely a wrong move for Walker, right?
No,
it's not.
No, I don't.
And so eventually, Walker will be doing something at the Chiefs.
Okay, so
no matter if they make the playoffs this year.
Let me just say this.
Okay,
Walker has not been great. I mean, he had one good year. He had over 320 touches last year, which is unhealthy. When you get to 300, that's when you're usually, not going to be good. So as far as health goes, he had over 320 touches last year, and then playing on this team, thinking that he's going to do it again. He can't block me, if you want to know, for real on the end. Not good blocker, doesn't really catch a lot of passes. I think he's about to be done. I mean, he's not, you're not going to mention him next year when you're talking about top running backs in the NFL.
Yeah.
And he was a Super Bowl MVP. I know that was a big deal for you.
Yeah.
But realistically, he just found his groove right there at the end of the season. He had a good year. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying what he did. But I'm just saying, if he'd have went back, he probably would be okay. And he's probably going to do just fine with the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have two slow running backs. So you got Kareem Hunt, and now you got Kenneth Walker.
He can't block, and he can't run fast.
Not really. I mean, I bet both of them are still 4.6, 4.7s, but you're not thinking about it because, they lost the other guy today to the Lions. So, but anyway, going back to yesterday, so you think
that was probably number one. It edges out the Malik Willis to the Dolphins.
And that shocked you.
And I'm sounding biased because I'm a Dolphins guy.
But that shocked you, though, because I thought he was going there. I thought he was going there. The connection with the defensive coach of the Packers, who now is the head football coach with the Dolphins, I thought that was good. Do you think, so that was the two surprises for you. So who do you think was the great move from yesterday?
Oh, goodness.
Because you said Max Crosby, but that was on Friday.
Yeah.
So that one's passed. Who was the greatest move yesterday?
The wide receiver that went to the 49ers. It was Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Evans to the 49ers.
Yeah, I think that was the best move.
Yeah.
For not just Evans, but the 49ers, and definitely not for the Bucs. The Bucs lost out on that.
They got him cheaper than what Brandon Ayuk was wanting, and now they've got someone that's got experience. Now they got a win now mentality. When you go and get these wide receivers in the NFL that have been playing for a while, that lets you know where the direction of the team is going, usually. It's just like with what the Steelers did with Michael Pittman. Think about him going from the Colts, now he's with the Steelers. What is that saying to Aaron Rodgers as far as the general managers letting Aaron Rodgers know is, hey, we're not going to throw you in with some rookie wide receivers. We got somebody that knows how to go across the middle. They know what plays to play. They know what coverages are. You don't have to train them. You just got to get on the same page with throwing the football to them.
Yeah, hopefully he's just not a goofball like Brown was, Antonio Brown.
No, he's not. He's been in the league.
Actually
Pittman's been in the league for a long time.
That can be a problem. Because if you've been in the league for so long and you think you figured everything out, are you really going to listen to other players who are telling you how to play your position? Because I'm just saying Rodgers is he's a know-it-all. He's a know-it-all.
But you got Pittman and DK Metcalf working together now. So that's probably going to be pretty decent. Then you got the running backs are going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
It's looking like the Steelers are looking pretty good. They've got to do some things. I mean, obviously with the new coach.
So now that the Ravens now have also weapons, correct? Ravens and Steelers are what's happening in this division.
But the Ravens, they added Crosby, lost likely as their tight end. I think that's a problem.
I still think the Ravens are going to be there.
What does it all depend on?
10 or 11.
What does it all depend on?
It depends on quarterback play.
If Lamar Jackson can stay healthy, then yes, they probably will make the playoffs.
Yeah,
because he missed 6 games last year.
Were they 3-4 when he went out with an injury?
Yeah, but then they lost almost all the games after that. So that was the problem. They went into the cellar. So
they can win 11 games. 11-6,
maybe.
Is that the ceiling?
It just depends on how good the offense can. I mean, obviously you got Derrick Henry there. And you got Lamar Jackson. That should do something for you. And then now you adding a veteran in Max Crosby to play on the defensive side of the ball. The defense is looking pretty good. Now, they did lose some players to the Baltimore New York Giants. That's what they're going to be called, because they lost a lot of their players to go to their old coach, John Harbaugh, who's at the Giants. So
and it's not strange anymore. We're getting so used to people bringing their players over.
Yeah.
And therefore, Malik Willis.
Yeah.
We saw it with Iowa State. They're going to Penn State. So that even happens in college.
Yeah, it happens in college too.
Denver Broncos, they've had a couple of Saints players.
So let me ask you this: if those are your greater ones, who is the worst one for you?
Oh goodness, I'd have to look up, because some of these guys, I have to look up their name to see. Well, who is this guy? Why is he getting paid $40 million? That's the ones that I'm like totally clueless about.
So let's talk about the one that kind of baffled me a little bit. Pierce for the Colts.
Okay.
Goes $80 million, highest wide receiver salary. He's never made the Pro Bowl. He's never had 10 touchdowns in a season. And he's been in the league for 4 years.
Okay, so how many 1,000-yard seasons did he have? Maybe one?
Maybe one.
Maybe one. That's not
And
good.
now you lose Pittman, who's your guy that goes across the middle, because this guy's a deep ball threat. Now, he did go up and get the 50-50 balls. And see, that's the other thing.
Did you say $80 million for 4 years?
I think it was 120 something. It ended up being like, it was a lot of money. He's getting paid a lot of money. I think he's up there with Jamar Chase, or past Jamar Chase, with his money.
It's so funny, because we've always thought, the Colts are going to finish in second again. Colts are going to finish in second.
Not so fast.
They're going to third again.
Yeah, or
they
fourth.
just finished in third.
Well, they don't have a quarterback yet.
So let's say the Titans do split with the Colts.
Riley Leonard is their starting quarterback as we sit right now today. Because they're not bringing back Phillip Rivers, because he's already coaching high school. He's not going to do it again.
And Daniel Jones is not.
And Daniel Jones is asking. Now, let me ask you this: Daniel Jones is asking for $80 million per. I mean, they were going to give him. I'm sorry, they $50 million.
$50 million.
They were offering him $30 million.
When you talk about these dollar amounts, I always want to know: is it 3 years? Is it 4 years? Because then I do the math. Because when Sam Darnold gets 102, but then you're talking about 3 years, you're talking $34 million a year. I have to do the math in my head and say, well, he's not worth $30 million.
That's what they were offering. They were offering 3-year, $90 million. Daniel Jones came back and said 3-year, $150 million.
Jeez. No, I'm sorry.
$50 million.
Let him walk.
For someone that has an Achilles injury that's going to be out for at least 3 games to start the season.
Yeah.
And then will he be back to what he was when he was playing? Now, interesting about this is you got Pierce, you still got the rookie Tyler Warren, but then also the other part about it is that Daniel Jones, when he was not in the game, Pierce was almost not available. Like, didn't do anything. So
is that the leader of the team? And you don't want to be hamstrung with that. If this player doesn't play, that player is not going to really show up.
I'm going to make a statement. I'm not a Titans fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I have a feeling that the Titans might sneak one over on the Indianapolis Colts this year and split with them. And that could mean that the Colts could be in the bottom of the division. The only thing I will say is that Jonathan Taylor's still there, Pierce is there, and I like Tyler Warren as the tight end, but you got to have somebody to throw the football. If you're telling me that Riley Leonard is going to start 10 football games this year, I say the Colts will be in the bottom of the division, because I don't believe he's got what it takes to be a starter in the NFL.
I completely agree with you on that one. And also, the third place schedule is really, it's a little bit better than I'll say better. It's a little bit harder than the last place schedule, but the difference between the second place and third place schedule in that AFC, it's huge difference. It's harder to be first or second in that conference than play that third place schedule. Third place schedule is really not that strong.
Do you think that the Jaguars are going to win the division again, them or the Texans? Do you think one or the other for sure? Because that's the 4.
There's only one name to talk about when you're talking about that, and it's the play of C.J. Stroud. That's the only thing.
If C.J. Stroud has a great year.
If he has a good year.
Yeah, just a good year.
Not an average year.
Because of the defense of the Texans, right?
Yes.
Because their defense is so phenomenal.
Yes. And the
I
same thing with the Seahawks. You know? I mean,
yeah,
they have to have some offensive production. You can't score 20 points and expect to win every single game. And they had close, they have 3 losses. I think 2 of them were really close, within a touchdown, I believe. Yeah.
If you think about with Sunshine and the boys, he doesn't have to go in and so much perform. As long as they keep their wide receiver group going. Now, they did lose Etienne. Is that how you do it? Etienne. Oh, so what anyway? But
that was good. The last part, it sounded French. It wasn't Italian like yesterday.
That wasn't me, by the way.
So if they get a replacement for that, I mean, who are they drafting? Are they really going to get a running back in the draft?
I think so. I think they'll get a 2nd or 3rd round draft of a running back.
Yeah.
They could get a possibility of having someone being a free agent that they pick up that's available out there.
So if the Bucs miss the playoffs, and I'm already saying it, the Dolphins going to miss the playoffs. The Jaguars could be the Florida team that only makes the playoffs again for the 2nd straight year.
Yeah,
and that's just mind-boggling to me.
Well, I think that's where we're going. I mean, I don't think. And if if Sunshine has a bad year or Sunshine gets hurt or something like that, obviously I don't want any of that. Then it could be no teams. Because the Dolphins aren't making it. You can say what you want about Malik Willis. Malik Willis is not a starting NFL quarterback. I don't think he's going to be the answer. I think they're making a big mistake by going 3 years. They didn't learn their lesson with Tua, and now they're going with a 3-year contract with someone. So they're going to be stuck for 3 years. And if he does end up losing out to Quinn Ewers, then you're going to be paying this guy 3 years or some kind of buyout that you're already having to pay for Tua if Quinn Ewers turns out to be your starter. And Quinn Ewers definitely is not an NFL quarterback.
So, we were talking about the Ravens, and it's not just one name, to be honest with you, because we have a rookie coach at the Steelers and a rookie coach at the Ravens.
Yeah.
It's coaching. Whoever's going to win that division is going to be coaching. I think the other one might be a wild card. And you know what that leaves for the NFC South? The Jaguars go 9-8. They're out. They go 10-7. They might still be out because we're still talking about Chiefs and Chargers and Broncos in the Western Division. And then you've got all your wild cards all wrapped up because the Bills are in the conversation too.
So do you think that with having rookie head coaches, that might be why the general managers of both of those teams are getting veteran free agent players so that they can come in and give them more stability at the positions rather than going heavy into the draft?
Yes, which is kind of strange because, like the Seahawks, they built themselves off of draft picks. The Carolina Panthers have built themselves off of, a couple of trades, but mostly draft picks. When rookie coaches make a splash, it's usually through young blood. And it's usually not first year, but maybe second year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you can't, with the Titans, he's not a rookie coach because he's been a head coach before, even though this is his first year. The Giants, he's not a rookie coach because he's coached all these years.
Absolutely.
But those two have never been a head coach, and so now you're going to see what they can actually do.
Well, the problem with the Titans is they have so much ground to cover because they are not in a good division, but they are not a good team. They don't have a lot of weapons like the Giants do. But the problem with the Giants is you've got a lot of good teams in that division. I mean, the Eagles...
Yeah, they're probably still going to be good.
They're still going to be good. The Commanders might be back, and then the Cowboys are always lingering in the middle.
I think this might be the year that the Cowboys actually get past the Commanders. I don't think the Commanders are coming back. I don't think they're going to be back again. I think that was just I hate to say luck. I hate to say it was just a fluke.
Yeah.
But I'm not so sure. People talk about Jaden Daniels. People talk about how great he is, this, that, and the other. But he's only had that one season where he ran around and played a lot of bit of, backyard football. And I'm just not a big fan.
So if I said the 3 teams that are most jinxed in the NFL, if I said Browns, you probably would not disagree. Jets, probably. And then probably the Commanders.
Yeah.
And that's
even though they made the best run 2 years back.
They won Super Bowls. Jets have won Super Bowl. Browns have nothing. You know? We used to say that about the Lions, but look at where the Lions have been. So probably the 4th most jinxed team in the league is probably the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's true. Let me ask you this, though. When you look at Tua going to the Atlanta Falcons, to me, that was a surprise. I was not expecting so quick. So with that being said, if you think Tua leaving, going there, now you've got Kirk Cousins sitting out there. You've got Daniel Jones sitting out there. You still have on the outskirts Mac Jones sitting out there. The 49ers are still asking for a first-round draft pick. It doesn't look like anybody's taking it right now. And then you've got Kyler Murray, who's going to be available at 4 o'clock tomorrow. For whatever reason, I didn't read why, but I just know that he's not available to even be talked about until 4 o'clock tomorrow. So as far as I know, he's going back to play baseball. I'm just kidding. But does that look like, okay, Kirk Cousins, to me, you got Kirk Cousins, and you got Kyler Murray in the battle to get to go and play in Minnesota. Because obviously the Cardinals are done. Where else are these guys going to go when Minnesota takes whoever they're taking? There's nowhere else, really. The Browns are full. Somebody's going to have to go be a backup somewhere else. The Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't see Kirk Cousins going to Arizona.
He might. That might be where he goes. He might go there. Murray might go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Jones comes back to the Colts. And then the other Jones brother stays in San Francisco waiting for Purdy to get hurt.
The person that might get messed over is Daniel Jones to Arizona.
Well, if somebody,
that would be awful.
If they can't come together on a number, 30 to 50 is a big deal. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Jones thinks he's worth more than they think he's worth, and they might have offended him and his agent by saying you're not worth $50 million. I don't think you think he's worth $50 million a year.
Heck no way.
You think you don't even think he's worth $30 million a year?
No,
even though they offered him 3-year, $30 million per year, so $90 million.
I say go 56 for 2 years. That's 28 per year.
Yeah, he's not doing that. So,
yeah.
But I thought for me the Tua going so quickly to Atlanta was a shock. And Stefanski come out today and said something that's kind of strange. We're going to take a break, but we're going to talk about it a little bit when we get back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Text in now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your spot for college basketball.
And it goes in at the buzzer. Got it!
Listen to select games from the LSU Tigers, Florida Gators, the Auburn Tigers, and the biggest games around the country play here.
Three-pointer. Punch it in. Oh, you saw that coming, Ram.
The most live college basketball in the Panhandle.
The game is over.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida and the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
Good afternoon. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Partly sunny the rest of the day with a gentle breeze around 10 miles per hour coming out of the south and temps near 77. Tonight we will have a variety of slight fog and some clouds and be quite warm at 66. Slightly foggy in the morning, but otherwise some clouds tomorrow and a high 77. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
That boot store can help you dress in style, from casual Western wear for a night out with family and friends to a special meeting that requires a fashion touch with Western flair. From boots to hats, belts to shirts to jeans and a lot more for the smallest of the largest in name brand Western attire, including Carhartt work clothes. Shop that boot store for the whole family. Open Tuesday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday 9 to 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia 15th Street, Panama City, where God is good all the time.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and one. Off the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh,
for Florida basketball.
Your Florida Gators play in the SEC Tournament quarterfinals Friday at noon on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eat, sleep, game. This is your sports obsession. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Sports Blitz.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for college basketball, specifically the SEC tournament and the ACC tournament. Don't forget, Wednesday, Auburn versus Mississippi State at 1:30, and then the Florida Gators, they're going to be playing at 11:30. They don't know who it is yet, but it's coming soon, and we will have it right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're talking about Tua and the Falcons. Stefanski comes out today and says that he spoke to Michael Penix yesterday before they signed Tua to let him know that they were going to sign Tua. And then after the statement he made there, he said this: there will be a quarterback competition going into the season. So the deal is Penix going to be ready? Because he's still coming off an injury. Mm-hmm. And then if he is coming off an injury, can he beat Tua out? Now, let me ask you this about Tua. Everybody has been talking about him this morning, this afternoon, all the time. He is accurate as there is. His arm's not very strong, but what's the number one thing about Tua that everybody worries about?
Concussions.
Can he stay on the field? Is he made of Jell-O or is he not? That's the biggest thing. So really, when you talk about Tua, when you talk about playing for the Falcons, you got Bijan Robinson, probably second, third best running back in the country or in the National Football League. You got Drake London, who is emerging as being a great wide receiver. Then you've got Kyle Pitts as your tight end. Mm-hmm. I mean, could this be the year that the Atlanta Hawks brings back the Dirty Birds? I mean, the Falcons. Yeah, they're not the Hawks. My bad.
The Dirty Birds. They're in the mix. I mean, it's a three-way tie in that division, and they're the ones that messed the Bucks over, and the tiebreaker went to the Panthers. So they're into discussion, and that's actually probably the division that's most up for grabs because even the Saints are just 2 games behind everyone.
Yeah, they're not going to be even in the ballpark. So I don't think, but we'll see, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. We're going to go ahead and go to the Red 17's phone line. We got Sean on the line. Sean, how you doing today, my man?
How's it hanging there with you guys?
We're doing fantastic, buddy. What's going on?
Not much. Just I heard you guys talking about Tua, and I don't ever attempt his last name. I just go with Tua. But, yeah, I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, so that's my pro team, and been that way since Bob Greasy days, so that dates me a little bit. But I thought, I know you're an Alabama guy, and he was an Alabama quarterback, and he did really, he really did well there. I was excited when we got him. I didn't realize until last night when somebody mentioned that he's been with Miami 6 years. I didn't realize it was 6 years. I thought it was more like 3 or 4. But his first 3 years were pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't, we maybe made the playoff and then got, promptly bounced out. But we were competitive, especially within the division. And then the last 3 have just been not really good. Of course, that's probably all mostly related to when he started getting concussions. But I'm just looking forward to a quarterback that actually can, when things break down, they can run. Now, you were talking about how he's, he is accurate as heck, and especially the short range passes. I mean, he is accurate as all get out. But especially since the concussions, they might as well have wrapped him in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
And put him back there because he's one good concussion from probably having some brain damage, I think. And they were, what was it, a year or 2 ago? He said he had to consult during the off season with his family on whether or not to continue.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
When you're looking at his contract, it wasn't hard to that dilemma didn't take too long, probably. But anyway, so I just only heard yesterday that I guess Miami got Malik Willis. Is that his name?
Yeah, that's right.
From Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
I saw some highlight thing of him, and all it was him running.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 games. He had 3 games that he got to play in, and he looked good in one of them, and the other ones he was just serviceable.
Yeah, well, do they still have that guy they used in Tua's place the last 3 or 4 games, and I can't remember. All I can think of is Zach Wilson, but I know that's not him.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers is going to be the backup.
So do they still have Zach Wilson, Quinn Ewers, and then Malik Willis?
Yes. Right now they got them all 3.
Oh, okay, as of right now. Okay, yeah, because of course things can change. But I'm looking forward. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about Malik Willis. Is he the one that came from, like, Liberty?
Yes, that's him.
Oh, okay, I got you. What do y'all think about his? I mean, do you think he's going to bring more to Miami than with his run pass ability? Or do you think he's not? You think he's a downgrade from Tua or what?
I think he's going to be able to get outside the pocket. Now, obviously, Mike McDonald's not there, so you're going to have a new offensive coordinator and you're going to have a new start. Your weapons aren't going to be too bad. You still got your running back. You still got Jalen Waddle unless they get rid of him. So, I mean, offensively, you've got some people there that can actually do something for you. But, I mean, really it's just going to depend on whether or not he knows how to read defenses and if him and the offensive coordinator can gel. I don't think he's a long-term fix. I think he might be okay to get it going a little bit. But, I mean, I think it's going to be business as usual, unfortunately.
Yeah, which is mediocre at best. Yeah, well, being also an FSU fan, I'm used to that. But but let me ask you, because one thing I haven't caught, and this will be the last question, then I'll cut loose. But do you guys know? Did he? He had this huge contract. I understand. Did we trade him? Just cut him loose? I mean, did the other team have to pick up his bill, or how did that work?
They cut him, and so Miami is on the line for all of the money.
They're still on the hook for a lot of that?
All of it.
$99 million.
Are you? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Dead cap. It's the biggest dead cap in the history of the NFL.
Dead cap hit, as they call it, or something?
Yeah, that's it.
So their first strings are still going to be pretty, they're not going to have a lot of money to throw around on people. You think?
Not right now, but they'll have to get rid of some people.
Sean, I'm a Dolphins fan, okay? And you know what the thing is about when we get older is that we always remember the past. And Malik Willis, okay, when he came out of Liberty, I saw the highlights before the draft, and I was like, oh, wow, that guy's pretty good. And I saw him go to the Titans, and I was very hopeful for him. But they told him, stay in the pocket, stay in the pocket, stay in the pocket. And he just couldn't do it. He would just try and run all over the place because he thought he was playing at Liberty still. And it did not work out at the Titans because of that. And that's the reason why he landed the Packers. And I'm surprised that he's had a second life. But I said it yesterday, the Dolphins are going 7-10 again next year, or this year, later this year.
Yeah. So you don't have much hopes for him being a marked improvement over what Tua has done for us lately.
But what has happened, though, is because of Arch Manning's demise at Texas Longhorns for the first half of the season, I have more trust in Quinn Ewers now.
Wow.
And I think that Quinn Ewers will be the starter in Week 6.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought he did pretty darn well in the games. I watched them, the ones where he started and played, I think, the whole game, the last 3 or 4 games. I thought he looked pretty good. And I was like, we should have went to him a lot earlier, and benched Tua because, I mean, I saw he led the NFL in interceptions. I thought I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, he did.
And he didn't even play a full season. But anyways,
so
I'll let y'all. Yeah, I'll let y'all go though.
We can sweep the Jets. We can beat the Bengals possibly. We can beat the Saints. You can't lose a close one to the Patriots again.
Yeah, the Patriots the Patriots Bills are really good now. When they got the guy that Drake May, and then the Bills are always the Bills. And as long as they got Josh Allen, they're not going to drop much at all. And but 7 is what is it, a 17-game schedule now?
Yeah.
Okay, 7-10, or maybe what is it, 8-9? Or what were we last year? 8-9?
No, 7-10.
7-10.
We were 7-10.
Yeah.
Okay. It's worth. It's. You can see why I forget it because it's not worth.
You want to forget it.
Yeah,
exactly. You want to
about it
and down the toilet. But anyways, you guys have a good rest of your show, and I appreciate you taking my call.
Thank you, Sean. We appreciate you, man. Right. He said it right though. When you look at how the Dolphins have been playing, it's almost like you just throw something against the wall to see if it's going to stick or not. And Malik Willis was the guy that everybody is projected to be the hottest quarterback ready to go. And I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be much. Don't forget, Malik Willis is the same guy that could not cut the mustard at Auburn and left Auburn to go to Liberty to be coached by Hugh Freeze. That's what the whole deal is.
Yep.
Be very leery of Hugh Freeze quarterbacks because they don't usually pan out, if you know what I mean.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do some research. You'll figure it out.
So Bo Nix was 2019 as a freshman at Auburn. Hugh Freeze is still at Liberty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't have Bo Nix.
Yeah.
So, but either way, that's it. One of the Red 70s phone line people said that they both are left-handed, talking about Tua and Penix. If a quarterback gets injured during a game and a right-handed quarterback comes in the game, that's an adjustment that's tough. And I agree with that. I just, for me, it's just like, yeah, you're going to have it's very hard to keep people happy. And with the way it's set up, it's just going to be whether or not Penix is healthy. I think with Stefanski, he's not really loyal to anybody. I think he's going to be loyal to who can move the football, who can win. And if that's Tua, then so be it. If that's Penix, then so be it. I don't think he really cares because don't forget, he had the debacle in Cleveland where everybody was calling for his head because he wouldn't start Shedeur Sanders. Now, that's something we haven't talked about. I know you're a Deshaun Watson fan in the fact of that you think he's better than Shedeur, and if he's available, he's going to be the one to go. But I don't think so. But either way, we're going to go ahead and go to the Red 70s phone line. We got Big Nate on the line. Nate, how you doing today, my man?
Man, I'm ready to blitz everybody because Geno Smith found a home.
I know, right? I mean, he leaves and they win a Super Bowl. Now he's leaving the Raiders, and they're going to make the playoffs. What? No, they're not. And then Geno's going to go to the Jets and probably ride her way into the sunset one day.
Well, that might happen. I'm not discrediting that. But you've got to understand something about Geno Smith. Now, they wrote him off, and they finally did write back, according to Rich Eison's show.
Yeah, I heard about
that. The fact is this. Geno Smith still has game. A lot of people say, oh, he's terrible, blah, 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 blah. You know what? When you're sacked 55 times in a season, that can really put a downturn on your productivity. Now, before he left to the Raiders, he got sacked 50 times and 31 times the year before. And that was when they were winning with the Hawks. So I'm going to do a bold prediction for you guys, okay? He's going to go back to the Jets. And he will lead them to a wild card berth.
Oh, my gosh.
Not this year. Not this year.
Ever or just this year?
They're going to make it happen. The Jets are so, they're sick of losing. They really are. And I think that they're going to really turn things around, and I think they're going to all do their part. They're going to see what the Hawks did. Nobody predicted the Hawks to go even to the playoffs, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl.
Okay,
why can't you have the Jets make the wild card?
Okay, I'm listening to your point, all right? And Bone Crusher, you might want to record this. If you would do me a big favor, Nate, if you would go and buy you a safe, and you would take all of your cash, all of your valuables, and put them in that safe and lock them up, because if you go and bet on the Jets, you have lost your ever-loving mind.
I didn't say I was going to bet on him.
That's a good. I'm just checking. I'm just making sure.
I was just saying that I have faith in Geno Smith. I've seen what he can do when given the right situation. And if you put him in there with the right coach, it's not like their line sucks at the Jets. It doesn't. They've got a good run game. All right. If you can get him to move around the pocket a little bit better, get him some weapons on the outside, and make those short to intermediate routes, and then, hit Garner on the outside deep every now and then. He's not a deep ball kind of guy. He can throw it when he needs to.
Man, I just don't know.
But you shouldn't have to need to with the Priest Hall, doing his thing.
I just wonder about Aaron Glenn's ability to be able to get these guys ready to go, play good, solid football on both sides of the ball. I know he's a defensive guy, but I don't know. I don't see them being able to do anything. And then you got to think about one thing and one thing only when you're thinking about the Jets. There's a guy in Texas right now. His last name starts with a M and it ends in an ING. And when he's available for next year's draft, the Jets are looking forward to grabbing him number one.
And, and Archie Manning, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm talking about this year, this 1 year. This 1 year, the Jets are going to make a winning season out of it. They're going to make the wild card. And the reason is because their division is messed up. Yeah, you got the Bills, and you got Miami. Right?
Yep.
But
Patriots.
Who else is in the division?
Patriots. Patriots.
New England?
Yeah, who just went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But, if they're going to make splash, people are going to underestimate them. That's the thing. And if they come in, they play fundamental football, they bolster up their defense, they do everything, and they've got the picks for it.
All I can say is this. If that happens, my friend, I will personally buy you a entree at the Lone Star Boil House, my treat,
right.
And whatever you want that night, and you'll be good to go.
I just want the bag with all the goodies.
That's right.
Dump it out on the table. We'll be happy.
Just put it all out on the table. That's right.
Right. That's how we do things.
That's right. Well, we appreciate you, my friend.
I'll let you guys go. Thanks, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. When we come back, we'll discuss a little bit more of this. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Think your season's over? Let's turn your off-season back on. Hoops is heating up on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal way to bet the NBA. So you can bet on teams, star players, and more. With games practically every day, there's always something to parlay. Roll with Hard Rock Bet all NBA season. New users get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets.
Max bet of $50 per bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief. From medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. Thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida gets results. Here's Brandon Strickland from Recommended Collision Center, Jinx Avenue in Panama City.
At Recommended Collision Center, we're all about taking care of our community. And advertising on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has helped us do just that. Social media ads were getting stale, but the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson gave us a fresh way to reach local customers. We've seen more vehicles coming in for estimates, more phone calls, and more people recognizing our name. It's been a great partnership for our business, pairing up with 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
To see how 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida can help grow your business, go to ESPNPC.com and click the contact button. Get your message heard and cut through the clutter. Go to ESPNPC.com and click the contact button.
Call in with your questions, hot takes, and rants at 850-215-6290.
I'm sure that most of you have used a dial telephone before.
The Sports Talk Monster.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Come back to the Sports Blitz.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for all things college basketball. Don't forget Auburn and Mississippi State tomorrow play in the SEC tournament at 1:30. Don't forget, right here at 104.3 ESPN. If you want to be a part of the show, you can be. All you got to do is call in or text in on the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. Going to read a part of some of the quotes from the Facebook page. Don't forget, you can go right there and see us all, see what colored shirt Jeffrey and Bone Crusher's wearing today, and make a comment about whether or not their hair needs to get fixed better or not. That will be good. Either way, the Dolphins are stuck forever. That front office has been clueless for half of a century. Christopher Multiconti.
No, not half of a century.
Christopher Multiconti says it.
It is a quarter of a century. Get it straight.
I mean, it's bad. Is it worse than the Jets? No, but it's bad.
Yeah, the Jets are the losingest team in the last 10 years. You think that?
Yeah, because Cleveland has went to the playoff with Baker Mayfield.
But it's not just that, just by record. Because the Giants are the second worst team in the last 10 years, and then the Browns are
so
third
those
worst.
three. Let me ask you this. We talk about the Jets. What do they have to do to get to the playoffs? Because I know I would have never thought in a million years we'd be talking about the New York Jets making the playoffs, but Nate got me going here, and I just don't see it possible. So what do they have to do to make it to the playoffs? Come on, tell me.
Okay, so this last place schedule?
Yeah.
Ain't that much of a last place schedule. I understand you can beat the Raiders, who finished in last.
Right.
The Titans, who finished in last.
Right.
Maybe the Browns that finished in last.
Yeah.
You split with the Dolphins, you got 4 wins. Over on the NFC side, you're playing the Cardinals. You could beat the Cardinals on the road.
Yeah, they don't even have a quarterback right now.
Yeah, they don't have a quarterback right now. So you can beat the Cardinals. That's 5 wins, okay?
Geno for MVP after first 5 games.
The problem is that in the AFC, the division that you have to play all the teams, it's the Chiefs division, man. You've already beaten the Raiders out of that division, right? Then you're playing Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs. Let's say you get lucky and you win that 6th game because you beat the Chargers.
Okay.
Then you go against the Lions division.
Nope.
Yeah, you don't. It's not happening. You got Packers, Lions, Vikings, and Bears. Let's say you pull a upset.
Oh, my.
Let's say you pull I don't know, you beat the Vikings or the Bears. You're up to 7 wins. You're 7-10.
And you're still not going to make
I mean, that's lucky. So then you got to split with the Patriots. Just get to 8-9. You're not going to the playoffs.
No.
Now, we're all jumping off a cliff. But Big Nate was jumping way off the cliff.
Because the thing is,
we're not even considering that there's a draft happening next month, and we should know there's going to be some young blood pumped into some of these teams. This isn't one of those last place teams that's going to make the playoffs. The last place team that's going to make the playoffs this next year is the Lions.
It's not going to be a young blood far as age, though. It's just going to be young blood based off of not playing in the NFL.
Yes,
because a lot of these players that are coming from college this year. 23. Yes, they're older this year. And that's just something that I'm wondering if it's going to be effective coming into this, because now we're starting to see the rotation of how this NIL portal and the transfer portal works, is that you've got these seasoned guys. I mean, if you look at the number 1 pick, you got Mendoza. He's not some 20-year-old kid that doesn't know how to read a defense,
maybe.
Supposedly. But he's older.
Yeah.
He's a grown man. He's got his businesses in straight. He's ready to go. Is he going to be one of those guys that can step in right now, or is he going to need some time? I mean, because realistically, he looked as good as anybody, but again, he was playing against college talent. Now he's going to play in the NFL. How crazy of a mind do you have to to say that there's a possibility that the Raiders, with all their acquisitions, the Raiders really were active yesterday. They grabbed 5 or 6 good football players, paid them good money that are going to come over and really make a big difference for this team. Now, also, don't forget Mendoza is going. With Geno Smith going to the Jets today, that all but solidified. The Raiders are not trading their first pick. They are all in on Fernando Mendoza. He is the first pick of the draft. You don't have to wait for it. We're going to be at the Lone Star Bowl House watching it, but I'm just telling you, it is going to be Fernando Mendoza, number 1 pick. Are they going to make the playoffs? Are they going to make the playoffs?
No, they're not. And Harbaugh's going to be in trouble if he falls down to last place in that division. Because with the Broncos, they're going to be back with that defense. And the Chiefs are going to be in the talk again. Because, 6-11, that ain't happening.
That's not going to work. Yeah.
That's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
So, the tight end, right, from Georgia is what they have.
Brock
and then
Bowers.
They have Ashton Genty as a running back.
Mm-hmm.
They have a little bit of tools, but not as much as the Giants do. So the Giants have more weapons as a last-place team and an easier division than the Raiders.
They grabbed some defensive help, though. They did grab a wide receiver, and then they do get the 14th.
Well, you talking about the Raiders?
Yes. They do get the 14th
But they lost
pick.
Max Crosby.
Yeah, but they picked up 4 better players that are going to help them on their defense. And then they also got a plethora of first-round draft picks for Max Crosby.
Okay.
So
the draft happens, they could be the winner of the draft.
Yeah, they could be. Do you think Fernando Mendoza, are you buying into him? Nobody's saying generational talent.
No.
Nobody's bringing up all these things that they used to say about Peyton Manning or Drew Brees or whoever, Tua Tagovailoa, Sunshine. Everybody was a generational talent. Now we're not so generational. But is Fernando Mendoza the next great quarterback?
No. Is he an average NFL quarterback? He could probably develop to be an average quarterback. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of that person that you hired that you didn't think very highly of, and then all your best employees left, and then he becomes the best employee.
Oh, wow.
Because he's been there longer.
He won the national title. He didn't lose a game.
He's learned some things while he's been there at the job, but you let all this other good talent go that was equally as good, but they're all gone. So he's left there at college, and he's the smartest guy in the room because he's been there the longest.
So if you'd have had DJ Lagway, Garrett Nussmeier, and Fernando Mendoza in your quarterback room in college, you probably would have started who? Not Mendoza, sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even now?
I don't know. Look, I'm not biased, okay? I'll say this again. I'll say this 20,000 times. Nussmeier did not impress me at LSU. And then he went to the Senior Bowl and he did something. And I was like, really? Why are we doing this so late in the game? What?
He was
you didn't
injured.
do it for me over there.
He was injured.
Oh, that's the stupidest. This is like throwing the refs, Oh, it's the refs' fault, Oh, my God. I'm tired of excuses.
But getting back to Mendoza, do you not think he has the capability of leading the Raiders into the playoffs this year for possibility?
No, it's not happening. I don't care who your tight end is. I don't care who your running back is.
Is he going to start?
All this young blood. That division is tough. There ain't no way you're going to finish more than just third.
Jets,
if you can finish third, I'll be impressed.
Jets, Giants, Browns, or Raiders? First team in the playoffs.
Jets, Giants,
Browns, Raiders. The
Giants have the best opportunity to
because
of young talent that got the pieces.
Not because of
and the coaching.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Then I would say Browns. But before both of those teams, the number one chance of making the playoffs is the last place Lions, obviously.
Browns have a new head coach.
It doesn't affect me. I'm wondering if Myles Garrett's going to be suspended for 2 or 4 games because he got caught speeding again.
Well, they didn't win with him. They're not going to win without him. So
Myles Garrett just got the record for sacks in a year.
Yeah, and they didn't win. They didn't go to the playoffs.
They could easily crawl out of the last place. Best they could finish is second place in that division. The Browns.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They can't win the division.
Well, they can't. I don't think they can be in second. That's
Why not?
crazy.
What if the Steelers have a down year?
They'd have to have a basement.
They only won 10. They went 10-7 this last year and looked suspect in the playoffs.
The Browns don't even know. Okay, so you're almost saying to me now I know what you're saying. I get it.
Yeah.
You're saying Deshaun Watson's coming back is going to lead the Browns to the playoffs.
Well, if they go 10-7, they could slip into playoffs.
So you really believe that the Jets and the Raiders have no chance of making the playoffs this year or any year to come?
Out of all four AFC last place teams, the Browns have the best chance to make the playoffs out of those four teams. The Titans are not making the playoffs.
Even though they done really good yesterday in the free agent market. They brought in some wide receivers.
They did really good in the offseason. I've heard that so many times. It's just ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
Mark it down. The Browns aren't making the playoffs, but if any last place team would make the playoffs, it's the Browns.
And it's not the Saints.
Well, that's in the NFC.
I know, but I'm just saying.
But you know, I said about the Lions and the Giants are the best two opportunities to crawl out of the basement and get to the playoffs.
So do you think Robert Saleh is going to be able to turn the ship with the Titans or no?
No. What did he do with the Jets? He was horrible. It was absolutely atrocious.
So nothing with Cam Ward, nothing with...
No. Titans are a dead last place team unless the Colts just totally eat it and fall to last place somehow.
Will Cam Ward make it to his next deal, or will he be a backup somewhere else?
Well, I mean, the problem is if Robert Saleh is still around for next year, he's not a one and done.
He won't be a one and done.
Then we'll see how Cam Ward pans out, because you know what's going to happen. Next coach comes in, he wants to get his own quarterback.
Can I tell you something though that's crazy to think about when we switch it back to Malik Willis? I just had this thought.
Yeah.
Do you realize that Malik Willis was beat out in Tennessee by Will Levis?
Yeah. And that's not great.
So, Dolphin fans, you are definitely way overpaying for this guy. And unfortunately, I think, I'm going to read some of the comments. Titans can sneak in. Ward is going to be better. The Dolphins and Jets and Raiders, no way making the playoffs. Chiefs are going to take a step back into dominating the next 2-3 years. And Christopher Multicante, he says that Cam Ward needs to get out of Tennessee.
Yeah.
So
he's so right. It's probably gonna happen.
It's probably gonna happen.
Yeah. The problem is he's stuck.
The problem is he's probably gonna go to Arizona eventually, and it's gonna be just as bad.
Oh my goodness.
But just be inside. I guess it's gonna be okay.
You know, with the 49ers taking Mike Evans, I've never really thought about the 49ers as being a place where you end up at the end of your career.
No.
They're not.
No, usually. Because they're usually the team that's playing and vying for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Honestly, Shanahan's had them close to the playoffs or in the playoffs almost the whole time.
Yeah.
They always had injury problems, and it's because of that factory that's next to them or whatever with the electronic stuff going on. You know that's a real deal, right?
What is this?
They're beside some kind of place that has a lot of electricity flowing through it, and they're saying that there's a chance that it's causing injuries to their players because they've had so many players, and their training facility is next door to this factory.
What's wrong with Washington? Are they just next to Capitol Hill? Is that why he gets injured for the Commanders? The Redskins?
I don't know.
Because that's a thing.
And that field is, for sure.
Oh, the field is.
Yeah.
And I can't believe how to get like A grade on the field.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're going to go ahead and take our next break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about SEC, ACC basketball. You listen to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida presents the madness of college basketball. 68 teams. 32 conference champions. But there can only be one. ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for the NCAA College Basketball Tournament.
Good evening. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Tuesday. A variety of slight fog and some clouds tonight with a light breeze at 5 miles per hour out of the south, and look for the low to be 66. Tomorrow morning, there will be slight fog and some clouds with the temperature reaching 74. Partly cloudy in the afternoon and evening with a high of 77. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
To the rack. Layup good and wide. Off the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, he got it. To the rack. Dumps it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Your Florida Gators play in the SEC Tournament Quarterfinals Friday at noon on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Climb into our DM and jump into the chat. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson is live on Facebook. Interact with Paul and other sports fanatics. Now, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. It's Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the topic. The show hottest wasabi. Better tune in and go watch it. Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even try, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share. Right now.
You are locked in right here on a Tuesday, 5 o'clock. You made it through Monday and Tuesday. Only more 3 days to go before you know the weekend. You ever had any wasabi? You like wasabi?
I tried it one time, and it's okay.
Yeah. Well, we're hotter than wasabi here, so that's how it works.
Man.
So, but either way.
I have a dry heat.
You don't like it?
Oh, yeah, I dig wasabi with my sushi.
Okay. You like sushi?
No.
No?
No, you got to cook that fish.
It's not always. It's not always raw.
I know.
No, yeah, most of it's not even raw.
Yeah.
Actually,
do you like raw sushi though?
No, not so much.
Yeah, me either.
Little shrimp tempura sushi, delish.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place here that I get, every once in a while, and
did your wife turn that on to you?
No. She does not. No, she's salad and chicken strips. That's it, and cheese sticks. Yeah, and fettuccine.
Yeah, she's not big on the seafood.
No, at all.
Definitely not the fried seafood. For sure.
No, not seafood. Not raw either. I don't like raw seafood either.
So I've had seared tuna that was delicious, but then I tried it a second time somewhere else, and I was like, oh, really? It's not it's not what I like. It's just that some people can make it good.
Yeah, I'm a snapper guy, so that's what I like. But anyway, we've been talking a lot about the NFL. There's a lot of buzz going on. We will be finding out tomorrow. And it's so weird, though. We're going to go to basketball, but it's just so weird that we're talking about Kyler Murray. He's like so 2010 in my mind. That's what I feel like. I mean, the last time when I think of Kyler Murray, I think of seafood because of what Quentin Williams called him, calamari, when he said calamari. And so I just think of calamari when I think of Kyler Murray, because realistically, that's probably what he's eating every night, because he definitely ain't playing football. I'm telling you that. He's always hurt. So new venue, new place for him. You think he's going to be successful?
Oh, I mean, we don't know where he's going.
If he goes to Minnesota.
If he goes to Minnesota, I like him. I like him in certain places.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to the Raiders.
He's not
going to be great.
He's not going to the Raiders. You can put that off. It's the only place he could go is the Colts, and which he's going to go for little to no money because they're paying him.
So who's the backup at the Raiders then? I don't even know.
I don't know.
He could be the backup.
Could be. No, he's not. He's not going to be a backup. They're not going to grab him. That'd be crazy if he did.
So you're getting depressed. You know why? There's less football to talk about. You love some football. You are like 80% football and at least 10% on baseball. But basketball does not fill that void for you. You are so enthralled with football, you're about to get depressed.
If you realize that I'm a bigger baseball fan than you are.
Oh, yeah, you are. You are.
And that's the thing. We are just not there yet. The only thing I do want to talk about with baseball right now, because spring training is just spring training, is the World Baseball Classic was happening last night, and the USA beat Mexico. They jumped out 3-0, and then Mexico came back. The thing about it, though, for me, was the Mexico coach was a little bit mouthy after the game, saying that if we get a chance to play that same team, we're going to get them.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, okay,
too late.
But if you can't beat Italy, you're not even going to get in it.
Yeah.
No, you can't get in it because they've already lost. And Italy's undefeated, so they're playing the USA tonight. And so it's going to be interesting. One of the things that I did not understand is Bryce Harper's not playing first tonight. Paul Goldschmidt is going to be playing first tonight, which is not a very – I didn't even realize Paul Goldschmidt was there, but I was looking at the roster, and looks like he's getting a start tonight, and just not a big fan.
Where's he playing the majors?
New York. He just signed him. Yeah, Yankees. Okay. He's with the Yankees. They just signed him to another. But he's like 38, 39 years old. He's just it's over for Paul Goldschmidt.
Maybe his dad's in the office, and that's the reason why he's first.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But to watch the USA play, one of the things that I thought was very cool is that Skubal is going to be done. He pitched his one game like he agreed on, and said he was going back to his team so he didn't get hurt, doesn't have any problems. But he was so really thinking about staying to play, because he said, I first thought it was going to be like the all-star experience where we're all together and having a good time. He said, but when I got in the atmosphere, I absolutely loved it. And so with that being said, Skeens threw a gem last night. Again, just really good. Bobby Witt had a good play at short. They're just playing good baseball right now. I hope they win. I hope they can get past this hump, which is called Japan. This was the first time that they've beaten Mexico in the World Baseball Classic in a long time. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Well, they don't play every year.
Right. It's every 3 to 4 years, but still, it's been a while since they've beaten Mexico, so that's good that they did. One of the things is kind of crazy. So Mexico has a player, and I can't pronounce his name, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But he plays on the Seattle Mariners. And last night, Kyle Riley was the catcher.
Oh.
So when he walked up to the plate, he stuck out his hand to shake hands with Kyle Riley. Kyle Riley did not shake his hands, and they said something to each other, but I don't know what it was.
Come on, man.
I don't know what it was, and Kyle Riley did not shake his hand and did not seem to be good. So the Seattle Mariners, let's go ahead and put it down. They're not going back to the World Series. They're not going back to the playoffs, and they're not going to win.
Okay, so it's Rangers or Astros then in that division.
Rangers. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But it's real early to talk about that. But I'm just saying that's the spice going on with the World Baseball Classic. I love it. I like it. Everybody's getting excited. You see the USA chants. You see the people wearing their different jerseys, their different players. As far as you know, do you think it's going to be the U.S. and Japan again for the championship? You think it's going to be round 2?
Yeah.
You think we're going to get them?
Yeah, I think it's revenge time. I think we're more motivated than they are.
Yeah. I mean, you got Roman Anthony, who's the young guy from Boston. He's really playing good. He's got the most home runs. Judge is hitting the ball. Kyle Schwarber's got 5 hits. Bryce Harper's hitting the ball. Gunnar Henderson. I mean, Gunnar Henderson, every at-bat that he had last night was like 115 exit velocity off of his bat. So he's stroking the ball. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. So have I, with that statement of all of these things that I've told you about baseball, has that really surprised you and shocked you because of your first statement talking about, oh my gosh, you're going to be so down and depressed when it comes not football time? Now to understand that I'm a multitasker, my friend. I can grab both of them. It's just there's so much exciting news from the NFL and college football that you can't not talk about it because nobody wants to talk about the Sun Belt Conference basketball champions, the Troy University, by the way.
But the problem is that your second sport is not basketball. It's not.
It's baseball.
And that's my second sport. And every time I'm trying to be like, okay, football, we can talk a little bit about it, but it's basketball season right now. We got the March Madness.
It's not March Madness. It's not March Madness.
Today,
you're wrong.
ACC tournament is happening today. We've already had other conferences.
March Madness.
I know.
Until
it's not
the
tournaments. Yes. I know, but it's March, and I got the Madness.
So if Florida does not win the SEC tournament,
they won't.
Is that a big deal?
No, it's not.
Okay, so it's not a big deal. So why talk about it so much?
Yeah. It's actually a bigger tournament than the baseball tournament for SEC because nobody really cares about the SEC tournament because the teams that know that they're going to a regional, they don't care. They've already established that they're going to go to a regional, and about 4 or 5 of them are going to get a home site.
Yeah, no, that's true. Now, thinking about this SEC tournament, now we've got the brackets already sent out. It's already set up, and I want to look at it. When you look at the first round, obviously this is going to be the first time ever in the history of Kentucky to be able to play in the first day of the SEC tournament. Kentucky has never not had a bye in the first round of the SEC tournament in its existence. So this is a big deal for Mark Pope and the UK Wildcats. This is a big deal. They've never played the first day.
Fact check that.
Well, you can fact check it all you want.
Because they used to not have this double bye thing.
I'm telling you, they have never played the first round. They've always had a first round bye. So with that being
what
said,
really strong team are they playing?
LSU. But you said earlier that anything can happen in March Madness. So give us your upset of this game.
Well, it ain't Kentucky losing to LSU.
Okay. Well,
and it ain't Mississippi State upsetting Auburn. Auburn's going to be too strong for Mississippi State.
It's a 12-13. It's not a huge upset.
And let me tell you what the records are. Auburn is 16-15. They're barely winning. They are on a slide. They won 4 games in the middle of the season when they beat the Gators. And they haven't done hardly anything
since.
And
they think because they beat the Gators, that validates them to get to the tournament.
Yes.
And Bruce Pearl is pushing for it and talking about my son, even to the fact of saying that Miami of Ohio, who's undefeated,
31-0.
Doesn't deserve it over Auburn.
Yeah, and then Mississippi State's 13-18.
Yeah.
They climbed out of being third to last, which they were there most of the year, because South Carolina and LSU were the bottom 2. They climbed out to go to the 13 seed.
Yep.
The difference between a 12 and 13 seed is a lot bigger than what it sounds.
But let me ask you this. Ole Miss and Texas. Who's going to win that one?
Texas.
I mean, Ole Miss is a 15, Texas is a 10, and then you got South Carolina and Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma's going to whoop the Gamecocks.
So then the second round is going to be very
So we only have 3 games in the first round?
No, LSU Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and South Carolina. So it's 4.
Okay, so I didn't have no upsets there.
And then you look at, so you're saying that UK is going to go and they're going to play Missouri.
Yeah.
And then you've got Auburn playing Tennessee, and then you've got Texas playing Georgia, and then you got Oklahoma playing A&M. So all of those teams are
Oklahoma has a shot. No, they don't. It's Texas. Texas is going to pull the upset in the second round.
Over Georgia.
Yes.
So if they do that, does Georgia not make it to the tournament?
No, Georgia's in the tournament. They'll probably be like 11 seed, maybe 12. Not very good, but you got to fight.
Yeah. And so,
this is the most that Georgia's ever won, even with Dominique Wilkins, did not win this many games.
Yeah.
In their history of
their football school.
They won the SEC tournament one time. I think one time.
But they're a football school.
They are a football school.
And we're not going to...
And they haven't been a baseball school since 1990.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, really, have they been a football school since...
Well, they won back-to-back.
Yeah, but how long ago?
21-22.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So are we living in the past, Bone Crusher? That's the question.
We are if we're SEC football fans.
I think so. We'll see.
Talking about the Bulldogs, talking about the Falcons. I'm on the right radio station.
That's right. Man, I mean...
But not the Hawks.
No.
Unless by accident.
Yeah, it's only by accident we talk about the Hawks. We can talk about the Hawks because their Magic City night has been canceled because it's not going to be something suitable for the community. So there you go.
Small part of the community.
Yeah. Well, you're part of the community. What? So let me ask you this. Todd Golden... SEC Coach of the Year.
Deserves it.
I mean,
there was no question.
Florida, best team in the conference by far, right? Not even close.
Yeah.
Now, the Player of the Year also won Freshman of the Year, Acuff from Arkansas. So Calipari, again, pumping out these guards. Don't forget Shea Alexandra, Gilchrist, Fox, Booker. I mean, all these guys, Monk. I mean, these guys, Calipari, if there's one thing Calipari knows how to do, that's get good guards to play for him.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say develop them, and I think he pretty much the recruiting. He gets them out of high school like that.
Yeah, he's not
because it doesn't take you 1 year to get your shot on.
Yeah,
it takes years.
You don't think Cal's a developer, do you? You think he's just a recruiter?
Well, why is he a one and done?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously he's not a developer.
Yeah. So who do you think is going to win the SEC tournament? So you got Florida is a 1, Vanderbilt's a 4, Alabama is a 2, and then Arkansas is a 3. So obviously Alabama and Arkansas, Vandy, and Florida, unless there's an upset. Do you think there's going to be an upset anywhere before these 4 get there? So you don't think?
Well, I said Texas was going to upset.
I know that, but I'm saying out of these 4 top seeded teams in the SEC. It's going to fall out just the way it's set up.
So is Tennessee the 5 going to play for Vanderbilt?
Yes.
That is an interesting game. That could only be the upset before.
They're in Nashville, so nobody has home field advantage on that one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Tennessee Volunteers call that their second home, and they get a lot of recruits from there in every sport.
Yeah.
And they have a big fan base there.
I just wonder if Vanderbilt's going to say, just like football, when they're there.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that's going to be the biggest game, right? The Vanderbilt playing Tennessee
in
their capital, because Nashville's the capital of Tennessee. So, I mean, that's the biggest game of the tournament, right?
Arkansas, Alabama right behind it. That's going to be the second biggest game of this whole tournament.
So you're thinking that Texas is going to play Alabama, and then you're saying that A&M is going to play Arkansas.
Yes, A&M is going to lose to Arkansas.
And
it will have Arkansas versus Alabama. And then if Tennessee can somehow pull it off against Vandy, it's going to be Tennessee upsetting Florida.
Wow.
And Florida will not go to the final, and they'll still get the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Because UConn is falling out, and I don't think Houston's going to last.
No.
Because they're not going to win the Big 12 championship, and then therefore Florida will be that 4th number 1 seed.
Florida's getting the number 1 seed. They've won the SEC outright. They have beaten the teams that they've needed to beat, and they've done it in a fashion that deserves respect. I mean, beating Arkansas like they did, beating Alabama like they did, that gives them so much clout to me, especially if either one of those teams were to win the SEC. That gives their wins even better to me.
So with this double bye that they have going on, do the Gators have to play an 8 seed?
No.
8 or 9?
No.
They wait for the 4.
They wait for the 4 or 5 after they win. Yeah, they play the 8 or the 9.
8 or 9. Okay.
Yeah,
so
they play the 8 or 9.
They do actually have to win 3 games to win it all, which is not very much.
Yeah, it's just 3 games for them, Vandy, Alabama, and Arkansas. That's all they have to do is win 3 games.
Okay.
So, I mean, but you've got a winning streak by Florida, and you're saying they're going to lose.
Yeah, because they don't care. And they're going to sit. They're going to probably play their starters against the 8 or 9 seed, just to establish dominance, beat the heck out of them, and then go play the 4 or the 5, which is Vandy or Tennessee, and they're not going to play all their starters because they don't want to get worn out before the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, but when they won it the last time, they won the SEC tournament.
They did. They were hot at the end. But I think they're going to have to leave something in the tank here. They don't need to run themselves down.
Well, they're getting a double bye already.
I know. Play your one hard game. The difference between the regular season and this right here is that we're playing back-to-back nights. Back-to-back nights. The NCAA tournament doesn't even do that.
No.
At least you get a day break, and then after that, you get like a 4 or 5 day break, depending upon how your region's set up.
Yeah.
So this is the only time in all of basketball, college, where you play back-to-back nights like that.
Yeah.
And that's not easy.
No.
You're running the court, man. It's not as bad as soccer, but it's dang near close.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Recommended Collision Center, they are your spot for all things body on your vehicle. If your vehicle maybe needs a paint job, maybe needs a door handle, maybe needs a new mirror, maybe your lights are looking cross-eyed, or maybe they're, something's going on. They're pointing at each other, and you don't know why. You need to take your vehicle to Recommended Collision Center on Jinx Avenue.
Sounds like my van.
I mean, I wasn't saying without saying, if your door doesn't work and you have to climb in it like Bo and Luke Duke, this is not the General Lee. You got to go take your vehicle to Recommended Collision Center. Brandon, those guys will get you taken care of. Brandon will be here tomorrow, and I'm sure he's going to tell you something new that they've got, because the last time he was talking about how they got the frame machine, and they've got the aluminum welding machine, and they got all of the greatest new paint guns and all of that. So either way, go see them at Recommended Collision Center.
Did you say Dukes of Hazzard?
I did. Yeah, they can fix that horn for you, too. So either way, go see them over there. When we come back, we'll dive into the ACC Championship going on as well this week. You listen to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Red 70s studio line is now open. 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida is taking it to the home. Your home for the most live college basketball in the Gulf Coast. The ACC, SEC, and the biggest games in the country. Plus the official station of March Madness.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
Hear every slam dunk in ultra-high fidelity right here.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Good evening. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Tuesday. A variety of slight fog and some clouds tonight with a light breeze at 5 miles per hour out of the south, and look for the low to be 66. Tomorrow morning, there will be slight fog and some clouds with the temperature reaching 74. Partly cloudy in the afternoon and evening with a high of 77. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
ESPN Northwest Florida advertisers get results. Here's MaxFit Sports Nutrition owner Jason Kovaleski.
So if you're looking to advertise, or if you have a small business and you're looking to drive traffic to your store, check out ESPN 104.3 with Coach James Hale Show. I've been working with them for 7 years. They've driven a lot of traffic to my business. It's one thing to advertise on the radio where people may hear it. It's another thing to be able to come on, talk to your customers directly.
Get results for your business. Call ESPN Northwest Florida, 850-215-4468.
Can you take the hits? Here comes the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for college basketball, specifically the SEC and the ACC tournament. Auburn tomorrow takes on Mississippi State at 1:30 right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Also, don't forget Florida State versus Cal tomorrow night at 5:30, and Clemson versus, who did you say they were playing?
The winner of Virginia Tech Wake Forest, which is tonight.
Yes, at 8:30. So there you go. That's going to happen tomorrow night right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We've got some big-time stuff to talk about. But when you look at the schedule, and you got it pulled up, right?
Yeah.
What's the game that's tonight?
Well, we have 3 games. There's one being played right now. Stanford is playing.
No, let's don't. Okay, so let me teach you something. All right, about radio. When you're looking up something, don't give us a soundtrack. Okay, this is not a music store. This is not a music station. Don't do the do-do-do-do. Okay, stay with me on the do-do-do-do's. Okay, let Bone Crusher play the music. You just look up the schedule.
Some scrolling sound effects.
Yeah, that's his scrolling sound. He did that the other day, and I was like, man, I need to talk to him about that. He was like, let's see. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm like, whoa, what is that?
You're on the clock, buddy.
You're on the clock. No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
I don't know what the final was on this early game, but there was an early game. It was Stanford and Pitt, and the second game of the day was SMU Syracuse.
Now, Syracuse they've dropped off dramatically.
So we've added 3 teams to ACC, so we're up to 17 teams. The 15, 16, and 17 seed, which the 17th was Georgia Tech, they're left out. They don't get invited to the ACC tournament.
Wait a minute. Georgia Tech's not, and Damon Stoudemire is their head coach, or was their head coach, because now he's fired.
Yeah.
Damon Stoudemire for Georgia Tech. So Kenny Anderson's no longer there. Yeah. None of the good players are there anymore. Georgia Tech has not even been invited. How embarrassing for a university to be in a conference and they don't even invite you to come play basketball in their conference championship. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did that. I thought you did. I didn't think you had to make the tournament.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was SEC baseball. I think they weren't allowing the bottom 2 teams to go to the Hoover.
Okay.
To play, but I don't think the basketball's ever done that.
No, I don't think so either. No.
So the late game tonight is the one where it's Virginia Tech and Wake Forest. It's a 12 and 13 seed tonight. The winner goes and plays Clemson tomorrow.
So Clemson plays the winner of Wake Forest
and Virginia
tomorrow.
Not Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Big difference.
Okay. Yeah, big difference.
So, yeah.
It is.
If you're ever lived in that state, you would know there's like a huge difference. And Virginia Tech is more of the in-state people. They do get some out-of-state people. They're very more technical, thus Virginia Tech. And the Virginia Cavaliers are just, I don't want to say they're weird. They're a little weird, and they're mostly out-of-state people.
Okay, so, all right, Bone Crusher, you're going to be involved in this question. Virginia. Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Who has the ugliest colors out of those two?
Tech, all the way.
You got purple and orange?
No, it's not purple. It's burgundy.
Okay.
And they're the Hokies.
All right, Ron, burgundy.
They're the Hokies.
Purple.
They're the Hokies. And it's one of the worst color combinations ever.
So burgundy and orange, or orange and like a dark blue. So what do you think, Bone Crusher? Are you going Virginia Tech as well with Jeffrey or not?
I don't know, I know y'all are arguing about whether it's purple or not, but yeah, I don't think anything close to purple should be on a uniform.
I mean, that's pretty good. I like that part. All right, so he says it's burgundy. I say it's purple. It's
keep purple out of sports.
That's right.
It's like the Michigan guys. It's like, it's not yellow, it's maize. And
I don't even know what that is.
Humbert is maize, is like a corn yellow is what it is. Really. I mean, it's maize. It's corn.
Maize. I don't.
So they're all about
maize,
that.
Though, is it like when you say maize? I think of like I'm walking through a maze.
No. Spelled with an I.
I know M-A-I-S-E, but what
I-Z-E?
Is it Z-E or S-E?
It's a Z-E.
Okay, so it's maize.
Maize.
Okay, so. It's just yellow.
It's yellow. It's corn yellow. Is what that is for Michigan. Okay. So like correcting you all about it and everything.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? It might be a maroon, but it's a dark red. It's ugly. It does not go with orange ever. If you see somebody wearing clothes like that, you're like, what are you, colorblind? I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, and Hokies. What's a Hokie?
Hokie, it's like a turkey.
But why didn't they call it the turkeys?
I don't think it's a chicken. I think is it a chicken? I think it's a chicken.
Virginia
It's a chicken, not a turkey. Sorry.
So it's a chicken.
It's a chicken. Yeah.
All right, you better get it right.
And then the Cavaliers have this stupid thing. What do they say?
I don't know.
There's a saying that they have, and I don't want to say it sounds cultish like Texas A&M, but they have a weird thing where they say ooh ah something another. I don't know.
Well, so you're taking Virginia Tech going to win against?
No, I'm gonna say Wake Forest is gonna beat Virginia Tech, and then they'll be playing Clemson tomorrow night, and that'll be an interesting game actually.
So let's look at the Florida State Cal game. Obviously, Florida State not having the year they had hoped for. Cal not very good either. 8 and 9 seed playing. Does Florida State even, the only way Florida State can make it into the actual NCAA tournament is if they actually win the tournament. They can't, if they go to the finals, if they go to the semifinal, none of that matters. You got to win the tournament to get in because they just have been pretty bad this year.
Yeah, and guess who they play if they beat Duke? Yeah, they play Duke. Yeah. Right after that. That's not good.
So do you think Duke is possibly the best team in the conference as well as the best team in the country right now?
Yeah, they are. And I've been saying it for a few weeks, and, I didn't get laughed at least, No. But there was some argument there.
They're going to be good. Let's look at the rest of the schedule.
Oh, the thing is that, you have a team in Clemson, after they play the Virginia Tech Wake Forest winner, they got to go play UNC. So UNC being the 4 seed and Duke being the 1 seed, they're on that side of the bracket. The other side of the bracket is where you have Virginia and the 3 seed Miami Hurricanes. And that's the interesting game of the whole tournament, other than obviously the Duke-UNC rivalry that will continue.
The Duke-UNC rivalry won't be because their best player, which was the freshman phenom, he broke his foot, I'm wanting to say.
Fibula? Was it?
I don't know.
Whatever it was.
He got hurt at practice, and he is out for the rest of the season because of that injury. So the Duke-North Carolina game is not going to be but real quick, we got a Michael Fields. He said that it is a turkey, and the colors are maroon and orange. Let's go Hokies. So there you go, Michael.
So he needs to text in and tell us what the Virginia team say, because they say some kind of weird saying that they with their team.
So thank you for listening, Michael. We appreciate it. I didn't know.
But he didn't defend the color combination. He just said it's maroon.
It's maroon. It's not.
Now, if I said FAMU is like green and orange, how do you feel about those colors being together?
Green and orange, that's Miami. I feel like that's
similar to Miami, yeah.
What do you mean?
But have you seen some of their outfits that they wear?
No, but
it's a little different.
What do you mean it's similar?
It's
FAMU and Miami have the same colors. The Hurricanes and FAMU
it's
are
probably
the same.
A different variation of green, I'm sure.
No, it's not. It's the same.
No.
What's wrong with you? There is nothing else.
Have you seen some of the
green.
outfits that FAMU has, the Rattlers?
No.
It's not very attractive.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not buying any of the merchandise, just saying.
But let's get back to the ACC. Thank you, by the way, Michael Fields. We appreciate it, man. And you know what? I'm going to take the Hokies just because I butchered their color coordination. I'm going to say the Virginia Tech Hokies are going to win tonight. So let's go Virginia Tech. Go Hokies. That'll probably be the only time you ever hear me say that. But just for Michael, I'm doing that.
So barring any upsets and everything, Louisville will be going and advancing and going to play Miami.
Where's North Carolina State in this? Because North Carolina State has always been that inconsistent team, but can be good at times.
So they are the ones that have to play the winner of the early game today, and then they'll have to go play Virginia.
Okay. So,
if they win.
Okay.
So it's the Pitt-Stanford game that was earlier today. That's over with. I'm not even sure who the winner is, but if NC State can handle that tomorrow, then the next day they'll be playing the number 2 seed Virginia. And Virginia and Miami is not a shabby setup.
So I did read that the Duke coach, John Shire, got the ACC Coach of the Year.
Which he deserved it. 29-2.
Yeah, I mean, losing 2 games, I mean, that's Coach K-style basketball by winning like that. Now, I will say this. Let me ask you how you're going to feel about this for the tournament. Duke men's basketball coach John Shire announced that Caleb Foster suffered a fracture in his right foot and is out for the foreseeable future after having surgery Sunday morning. And then Shire also announced that Patrick, I hope I don't mess his name up, Ngoba is out for the ACC tournament with foot soreness, but is hopeful for the return for the NCAA tournament. So there's 2 players that are, players that, and I recognize the first guy. I know he was a big player for them last year and this year. So I'm just saying, are we looking for an upset with Duke? That's the big thing that I'm thinking. So anyway, go ahead. What you got?
Well, I mean, Virginia and Miami.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
That's the semis.
I know Christopher Multiconte is going to say something about that because his coach was high-hatted and lost the Coach of the Year honors. Jay Abrams, he felt like it was going to be the one. So, I just don't believe.
Well, 29-2 is not just that. 17-1 in the ACC.
Yeah, you can't.
Duke just dominated.
Yeah, you can't be that good and not be the Coach of the Year.
But
it's just like Florida.
And we're not saying Miami had a big turnaround. I mean, they've been kind of in the conversation a few years ago. I mean, it's not been kind of lingering around and everything. But did we think they would be the 3 seed? No. Did we think Virginia was probably going to be the 2 seed? Probably not.
Here we go. Somebody's already commented.
Yeah.
FAMU is hunter green. Miami is palm green. I don't know.
See,
What's
the hunter's
the
dark.
difference?
No, the hunter's darker. The hunter is darker. Yes.
I remember hunter green when it first came out was like the color. Like everybody was decorating their houses with hunter green, and then they started naming their kids hunter green.
Yeah.
And before you know it, everything was hunter. So anyway, finish this up. Go ahead.
Okay, UNC Duke in the semis on the other side.
So do you think Miami's going to beat Virginia? That you didn't answer the question.
Miami is not going to beat Virginia.
What?
I think it's a bit close one, though.
Yeah.
And then the other side, Duke's probably going to beat UNC because they're not going to let off their foot off the pedal. They're going to try whatever they can.
Well, what's the difference?
It's UNC. What do you mean?
What's the difference between Florida said they're going to take their foot off the gas. They're going to kind of coast. They don't really care. Okay. And then now you're telling me Duke cares.
So now we got UNC, man.
We got number 1 Duke. We got number 4 Florida. and you're telling me both of those have been dominant in their conference.
Yeah.
But one's going to say, hey, I'm going to take the foot off the gas and not going to win. The other one.
The Gators aren't playing the Seminoles.
But they've already played UNC this year. They've already beat them this year. It's not a big deal. The UNC-Duke rivalry is a big rivalry, but when you dominate the other one, it's not a big deal during the season for the team that's winning.
You have to live there to
They want to They want to win the national championship.
I'm telling you, it's like 6.8 miles or something stupid like that from Durham to Chapel Hill, and they hate each other thoroughly.
Yeah.
It's like Alabama-Auburn. That's how it is, but for basketball.
Yeah.
That's why they got crazies in Cameron Arena.
Yeah.
Indoor center, whatever.
Is that the hardest place to play in college basketball?
Ooh, the fans, yeah, it could probably be it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Because they let them on the floor. They're like, and then they put their hands out there right in front of your face. That would get on my nerves. I know somebody's probably been like, what are you doing? Get out of my face. You know? Because that's just, they're right on the, where's the second best, hardest place to play? It's not North Carolina.
Oh, Kentucky's not bad. Rupp Arena?
Kentucky is
downtown.
No, Kentucky is
because
not.
The fans are not rowdy. The fans are rowdy.
The fans are not rowdy. It's not a top 10 place.
It's not UCLA.
Nope.
I don't know how it is in Tucson for Arizona.
UConn's pretty tough.
Yeah.
And Michigan actually is
Michigan's
pretty
toxic.
Tough. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Ty, but I'm going to call them toxic because guess what? They're talking trash. Did you see what they did to Michigan State?
Yeah. They all wear yellow. And then the Michigan State kid kicked the Michigan player, and they said it was on purpose.
And then they were chanting, little brother, little brother.
Is that what they were doing?
Tom Izzo.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And I'm like do you really not realize that, I mean, I know Michigan is like leading in the series, believe it or not, with Michigan State, but they haven't swept but 3 times this whole century. The Wolverines haven't swept the Spartans. Spartans have swept them 9 times this century. That's insane.
Yeah.
So the Spartans, they typically would own the Wolverines, but just not this year.
So who's going to win all the conferences?
So we
champions.
got, well, obviously 19-1 is what the Wolverines finished in the Big Ten. That's
exactly what Duke did.
No, the 17-1. They played 2 less games, but still,
same thing.
1 loss. Okay, and then we got Arizona out west, and then we got Florida, right?
Yeah.
So Houston is in that conference with Arizona. So I mean, they're in the conversation. Of course, UConn plays in the Big East, only in basketball. So I mean, we've got pretty much all the big conferences wrapped up right there.
Who's going to lose their conference out of those 4? Just Florida?
I think Houston, obviously, because then Arizona.
I'm saying Arizona, Michigan, Florida, Duke. Out of those 4,
Florida's going to lose their conference.
And then the other 3 are going to win it?
I think Michigan's going to get tested a few times because that's a deep conference. It's not just Purdue and Illinois, but, I mean, you have Ohio State. Yeah, you got everybody in that conference. Nebraska's even good.
Michigan, do you think Michigan's going to have the chance to win the whole thing?
I think they're going to go to the Final Four and then stall out.
It's too early to call a Final Four.
It is too early. And
because it's not March Madness yet. As much as you've tried to push it on me, it's not. And did I change your mind? It's not March Madness just yet.
It's February mellow.
It's still March. It's just March mellow.
No, you said it's not even March yet.
It's March mellow, not yet for Madness. That's right. That's what it is. So when we come back, we'll discuss a little bit more. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN. Northwest Florida.
Call or text us now in the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. SEC champion Florida Gators are playing hot down the stretch.
Plan for an open 3. Bang, got it. What a start here for Florida.
And are poised to defend their national championship.
For a game winner, a 3-ball, yes, it's good.
Listen live on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida for every big game, every dunk, and every step of the title defense. The home of Florida Gator basketball on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfurt Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
The legendary Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, home for the most popular drink specials in town and now on the beach. Enjoy 2-for-1 house margaritas and draft beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays, and Tuesdays kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and wide. Off the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for 3. Bang, he got it. To the rack. Dunks it with 2 hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Your Florida Gators play in the SEC Tournament quarterfinals Friday at noon on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida, your spot for college basketball. Don't forget, tomorrow we got Auburn versus Mississippi State at 1:30. You don't want to miss it right here. Also, don't forget, if you want to be a part of the show, you can call or text in on the Red 70s phone line, 850-215-6290. Red 70s, your spot for all things custom apparel right here in the Panhandle. We were looking in between the break, and we saw an upset already in the ACC tournament. What you got, Jeffrey?
I got Pitt. They're 13-19 now after this win. So that's totally horribly not good of a record. And they beat a 20-win team in Stanford. Wow. So Stanford is busted from the bubble, right?
Yeah, they're busted out. There's no way they're going to make the bubble.
And the second game just ended, and we got a blowout. SMU killed Syracuse by 17 after only leading by 1 point at halftime. So they got them in the second half. Now, this is I'm not sure what SMU's record. They now have 20 wins, so they're actually officially on the bubble, and probably Stanford is not. And they are, I'm not sure what the seed is.
Yeah, but losing by 17, that's not going to help your case.
Syracuse is out. They're done. They have a losing record.
Okay.
Syracuse completely out. It's SMU that won by 17.
Okay, you said, yeah, okay.
No, SMU's on the bubble.
SMU's on the bubble.
Stanford from the first game is gone, even as a 20-game winner, because what have you done for me lately? Well, you were the 10 seed who lost to the 15 seed.
Yeah.
And that is not good.
And that's an upset. That's a big upset.
Huge upset, yeah.
Let's talk about this for just a second, because, growing up, seeing all the Jim Boeheim teams come through at Syracuse. Yeah. You had Carmelo Anthony. I mean, you could name all kinds of people. Yeah. Jerry McNamara.
The 90s was a prime time.
Yeah, they were so good. Derek, what was his name?
The Orangeman.
Derek somebody. He just left my mind. But yeah. I mean, you got every time you looked at the tournament, you always had to watch out for Syracuse because they were going to be tough.
Before Villanova's kind of come and gone. UConn's the big name now. I mean, before UConn happened,
it
was Syracuse up there in that area.
And they
used to go toe-to-toe with Georgetown all the time.
What are they going to do? They're going to find them another coach, right?
I guess
They're going to have to.
They got to, because that's where they invest their money, because they're a basketball school.
Yeah, they are.
They used to be a football school, but that was like 70, 80 years ago when they had Jim Brown and other people. Ernie Banks, right?
No, Davis. You said it right.
Ernie Davis, okay, yeah.
All right.
They have a lot of history, but it's exactly that. History.
After 11 seasons, talking about finding a new coach, after 11 seasons at Arizona State, it's expected to part ways with Bobby Hurley. The Sun Devils have not made the NCAA tournament since 2022 and 23. Do you think it's a product of being in a tough conference, or do you think that they're just not that good?
They aren't the name in that state. It's Arizona Wildcats.
It's hard to be the little brother. It never works out right when you're the little brother. And like you said, Michigan's starting to take over the state in basketball. And as even the score, and Michigan State does not love that. And I'm sure Tom Izzo, I'm
fuming mad.
He has to be on blood pressure medicine. He has to be. There's no way he's not, because
even at this age, he's passionate.
Oh, he gets so worked up. But Bobby Hurley, good player from Duke, got in a motorcycle wreck or a car crash or something, hurt him going into the NBA. Didn't really have that great of an NBA career, but now, do you see him coming back to be an assistant coach for his brother?
No, not with his brother. His brothers don't do that. Well, actually, I take that back, because Mark Stoops is underneath Bob Stoops at Oklahoma.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you.
Most of the time, they don't, though.
All right.
There's exceptions.
Breaking news from this week, yesterday, actually. Ohio State president.
Oh, yeah.
Carter resigns, cites inappropriate relationship. So Ted Carter resigned at Ohio State University, that never has any problems. They're always top notch. They never do anything wrong.
They love scandal.
They love calling out. They love calling out Michigan for their stuff.
Yeah.
Now Ohio State president Ted Carter has resigned. And I'm not sure about all of the details. I do know that it was with a young lady that gave her access to the university. So just like a normal person, but got access to the university, and that's inappropriate. Don't want to go into what the inappropriate side was. He didn't have a knife trying to threaten to kill her or anything like that.
But the Michigan Wolverines fans are all in the comments.
Oh, yeah, they definitely are. But let's talk about that real quick. We've got a moment to talk about the Michigan former head football coach, Sharon Moore. Over the weekend, he has settled on a plea deal, no contest as a part of his plea deal. Let's read what it says. Moore pleaded no contest to a charge of malicious use of a telecommunications device in domestic relationship and trespassing. In exchange for his plea deal, he has 3 charges dropped, including a charge of felony home invasion and 2 other misdemeanors. You think that's right or not?
I mean, it has such a good case.
Right.
To give that much away, 2 misdemeanors and a felony, and maybe even more, because I'm not sure of all the things that his plea deal involved. That's a lot to drop off.
There's 2 sides to every story when you look at it, right?
Yeah.
But there's only one truth. So there's 2 sides to every story, but there's only one truth. The
and
truth
sometimes it's in the middle, usually.
It can be. The truth is that this guy was not doing things correctly. It finally caught him, and he didn't know how to respond. He made some bad choices, some bad decisions. My question is that if you or me or Bone Crusher would have made those same decisions and we had gotten caught up in something wrong, would we be able to do a plea deal and drop the main charges that you were charged with? I don't understand our Justice Department. I don't understand the courts. I don't understand why is it that the famous people, the rich people, the ones, and this is not a political show, but this is a part of sports. I don't understand why he is able to just, okay, I did it. And now, this felony charge dropped. This 2 misdemeanor charges dropped. And then my wife is standing beside me with my hand, holding my hand. Everything's fine. So guess what that means? Because he did not get a felony charge, because he did not get 2 misdemeanor charges, I'm going to make the statement that I made a long time ago, and that is Sharon Moore will be coaching football again because, you know what? He admitted to it. So he's clean now. It's good. He's going to go to a place that's going to have a counselor. He's going to get marriage counseling. He's going to be all fixed within about a year. The next thing you know, he's going to be an offensive analyst somewhere, or he's going to be an offensive coach. And then eventually you're going to see him get a job somewhere that's struggling with offense, and he's going to be the offensive coordinator. And I just hope that one day, you know what? I know Colin Cowherd does it, but we might have to do it too. We might have to do what Paul's gotten right, but this might be about 3 or 4 years from now. We're going to sit back and remember this day that I told you that Sharon Moore is going to be back coaching college football again. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, because they won't let him coach high school football.
I mean,
he has a better chance in the church league than he does high school, because the high schools won't let him around that.
You don't think so?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Not with the age disparagement and him being married and everything, no.
Well, I mean, does it really matter at this point? I mean, you got the head football coach. No, it doesn't. You got the head football coach at the North Carolina Tar Heels is married or is dating someone that's 50 years younger than him. I don't think the age disparity. I think the knife going to the house, breaking in the house, threatening to kill her and kill myself, that's the problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, what level are you talking about? Are you talking like MAC conference? Is he going to be at Bowling Green or Miami of Ohio?
Somewhere in college football as a Division I program. He might go start out at Division II or something like that, but it would not surprise me if he's the offensive coordinator at UNLV one day, or Fresno State or Washington State, somewhere like that, and then eventually he'll get a job somewhere else, and they'll give him a chance. Don't forget, Bobby Petrino is coaching again. Don't forget, these guys that have been caught doing things that they shouldn't have been doing have gotten jobs still. And yes, Neil Reeves, thank you. Derek Coleman was the person that played with Syracuse. Thank you for putting that on the Facebook page. But yeah, don't you agree with that? Sharon Moore is going to be coaching again.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's going to be as big of a program as even like a Northern Iowa. I don't think it's going to be a big school at all.
Like the head coach or just an offensive coordinator?
I think he'd probably start off as like an offensive coordinator, maybe like a South Dakota State or Northern Iowa or something like that. But yeah, I don't see him being a head coach at that big of a school. Well, and that's not even a big school.
I think so. I think that's what's going to happen. And for me, it's just, do you think it's fair? Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah, I do believe it's fair.
You believe in second chances?
I do believe in second chances, but I do believe in, him not being at that level ever again.
My biggest deal is that he's not getting punished. There is no punishment. Public embarrassment.
No, these misdemeanors have a toll. Does he have a 90-day suspended sentence? What's going on?
Yeah, he's not going to jail.
He's not going to jail.
No, the felony.
So he's just paying fines?
Yeah, he's paying fines. He's probably on probation, and he probably got a little slap on the wrist.
He should do at least 30 to 90 days at least.
Yeah. And I mean, at the beginning, he said he was innocent. Now he pleads because the lawyers got together and said,
no contest.
We'll pay this amount. If he pays this, that settles it.
So you know why you're not getting off? Because you don't have that deep pockets lawyer. And he does.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I got off.
But you don't know what kind of pockets I got.
They ain't that deep.
No way.
Not like Sharon Moore.
So real quick, I know we've talked a lot about the NFL market. Let me bring up one last one that has not signed yet. Hendrickson.
Oh.
Still not signed.
So he was the Bengals.
Yep.
He's a defensive end.
He's seeking $30 million.
He's a defensive end, right?
Yeah. He's seeking $30 million, and nobody is wanting him for that rate. They're wanting to take him at a discounted rate, and he's saying no.
So teams like the Lions don't have enough money for him.
No. It's disappointing because he's a good player, and he's only got a couple of years left. I would have thought he would have taken a smaller deal to go to a contender and have the opportunity to play. Maybe the Eagles, maybe the Chiefs. But he didn't. So there we go. That's it for us. Glad you stayed with us and listened to the show. Don't forget, if you want to go back, you can. Facebook, YouTube, check us out. Like, share, comment. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a great night.
SEC champion Florida Gators are playing hot down the stretch.
Playing for an open three. Bang, got it. What a start here for Florida.
And are poised to defend their national championship.
For a game winner, a three ball, yes!